What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, daily news, pretty much everything going on here in our country and in Washington, D.C., money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new updates. Remember, I will keep you up to date with everything going on here. Also, if you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. Also, I will have the final clue for you guys of what's in that box. Remember, I'm giving away $1,000 in total if you can guess what's in that box. And I will have more details for you at the end of this video. So make sure to watch all the way to the end of this video. And I'm giving away $1,000 in total. Also, remember, we're doing that again in December, which is not that far away here. So happy early Thanksgiving, happy holidays from our family to yours. I know it's been a fun contest. We're going to do it again in December. So yeah, also we're going to be opening up the box here soon to show you what's in the box and announcing the winners here soon as well. So the final clue will be at the end of this video. So stay tuned. Make sure to watch to the end of this video. Top economists are advising Americans to, quote, wait it out for non-urgent purchases amidst supply chain crisis. Just wait it out. Yeah, the chief economist at accounting firm Grant Thornton advises Americans on Sunday to wait it out for non-urgent purchases in response to the current supply chain crisis. Says, quote, if you don't need to buy a car right now, wait it out. If you don't need to buy some of those other things that are goods that people have spent so much on, if you can wait it out a little bit, we're going to see some discounting on the other side of this. Okay, which makes it more of a boom bust cycle. But it is, being able to pace yourself in terms of what you really need, said Diane Swank during this week on ABC. Swank predicts that the U.S. would see a building of inventories by 2023. That's quite a bit away. She also said that she expects inflation to get worse before it gets better, but it will eventually abate one way or the other. The White House announced in mid-October that several companies, including UPS, Walmart, and FedEx, as well as the Port of Los Angeles, would be ramping up work to operate 24 hours, 7 days a week to help alleviate some of the supply chain crisis. However, the White House said at the time it could not promise that packages would be able to be delivered in time or that goods would be available when Americans wanted them. Quote, we are not the Postal Service or UPS or FedEx. We cannot guarantee, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said in October. What we can do is use every level at the federal government's disposal to reduce delays, to ensure that we are addressing bottlenecks in the system, including ports, and the need for them to be open longer hours so that goods can arrive. Now, of course, you won't be able to delay Thanksgiving dinner, which is expected to cost an average of at least 14% more in 2020. Some areas are expected to cost as high as 25% more, I've seen, compared to last year for Thanksgiving Day dinner. Can't really push that off because, well, Thanksgiving Day is coming in just a few days. Let me know your thoughts. What are you seeing for Thanksgiving Day prices on turkey, stuffing, and other things as you prepare for Thanksgiving? Did you see any Thanksgiving Day turkey shortages? Have you bought it yet? Have you been procrastinating a little bit on that? And have you seen any shortages on turkey? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Here is Democratic Senator Debbie Stabenow from Michigan, from the Senate, on what is going to happen here in the Senate, what she expects to happen here now that the stimulus package is going to the Senate, and what she expects to happen with the stimulus package in the Senate.
Okay, so the House passed the Build Back Better Act. It now goes to your chamber. How confident are you that there won't be too many changes to the bill?
Jonathan, I'm very confident. The overwhelming number of provisions in the bill are supported by all of our caucus. And really, this is about putting people first and continuing what we've been doing ever since the American Rescue Plan, where we made sure that folks could get the vaccines they needed and we could begin to get children back to school safely and pass the biggest tax cut for families rather than what the Republicans did in 2017, which was totally unpaid for. We passed a tax cut that is helping families juggle the costs of families and lifting children out of poverty. So now the next step is really to make sure the wealthiest are paying their fair share and turn around and using those funds to lower the costs for the vast majority of Americans on the things that have been just out of control, starting with prescription drugs. Can you imagine? I mean, being able to say you're not going to pay any more than $35 a month for your insulin, your child or yourself. Now people are paying $600-700 a month on average, $35 a month, and then childcare, pre-K, being able to help folks go back to work, cap the costs of childcare for millions of Americans to 7% of their income. Not having it be the same price as their mortgage, which is what it is for my daughter and her three little ones, but 7% of the costs of their income. And I could go on and on. So this is lowering costs and investing in the future for our kids and our economy.
So, Senator, as you were giving that answer, we put up a graphic there that showed some of the provisions that could be, on the chopping block. A key among them is paid family leave. Senator Manchin has made it very clear from the very beginning that he's not for paid family leave. Are you confident that he can be convinced to not chop that out of the bill that's coming over from the House?
Well, Jonathan, here's what I know. Whether that is in there or not, and I strongly support it, we're going to lower the costs of childcare. We're going to give every 3- and 4-year-old universal pre-K. We're going to invest in child nutrition, which is one of the areas I oversee with the Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry Committee. And we're going to continue that tax cut for families with kids. So we're going to make sure that we are investing in children and families. If that is provisions in there, wonderful. If it is not, this is still a very important bill for families.
Let me get your reaction to the story in the New York Times. It was pretty extraordinary. The headline, with back channels to Manchin and Sinema, Pelosi found a path to a deal. And this is the key quote. But in the weeks since their call, Mr. Manchin has privately expressed an openness to embracing a costlier plan than the one he initially insisted upon. And the speaker now says she is confident that the measure approved by the House will reemerge from the Senate mostly intact. I take it from the responses you have given me so far, you agree with that assessment.
I do believe this will be mostly or overwhelmingly intact. There certainly will be some changes, but first of all, every one of our caucus voted against the Republican tax cut, fully not paid for, that went to the wealthiest Americans back in 2017. We want to right the system. We want the billionaires who enjoy the roads and all the benefits of the infrastructure bill that we just passed to pay their fair share, large corporations that pay their fair share. So we're going to make sure that we are doing that, and everyone supports doing that. And we're going to make sure that we're lowering costs for families, and we're going to make sure we're tackling the climate crisis in a way that's going to create jobs. And for me in Michigan, that's pretty exciting. Electric vehicles, clean energy manufacturing, doing those things that are going to bring jobs home, and then creating the workforce, supporting job training, education, the workforce, so that folks can really have a fair shot to make it in our great country.
And Senator Stabenow, real fast, for those who say, oh my, with inflation out there, why are we spending all this money? Your response to that?
This is fully paid for, and it's about tackling the costs that people face, whether it's prescription drugs, whether it's the cost of childcare or housing. And frankly, wouldn't it be great not to have to worry about what the oil and gas companies decide to do in terms of gouging us at the pump? Buy a great new electric vehicle, we'll make it with clean energy, and then it doesn't matter what OPEC does. It doesn't matter what the oil and gas companies do. So let's get about lowering the costs, and that's what we're all about. We're going to put people first and lower their costs.
By the way, you heard the senator there say that the bill is fully paid for. So a lot of the Democrats are taking the position that the bill is fully paid for. Now, remember that the Congressional Budget Office said that it's not fully paid for, that it has a deficit of about $160 billion over 10 years when you take into account the IRS provision. Over 10 years. Okay, so that would be about $16 billion per year. Now, a lot of the Democrats are taking into, they're saying that that has a very conservative estimate where the IRS is going to audit people. Okay, so they're giving the IRS about $80 billion. They're saying that that is going to bring in somewhere around like $200 billion in revenue. A lot of Democrats are saying that that's a very conservative estimate, and that it's actually fully paid for because it's very conservative and it's actually going to bring in a lot more revenue. So there's a little bit of disconnection there. If you ask Republican senators or Republican congressmen, they're going to say it's not fully paid for. They're going to say it adds 300 and some billion dollars to the deficit. Democrats are saying it's fully paid for. It adds zero to the deficit. So that's kind of where you go, and it says very different opinions there, just to kind of give you both sides of the story there. Remember, not any Republicans are going to vote for this bill. This bill is going to basically add schooling to 3 and 4 year olds. So remember, we're one of, if not the only nation that doesn't provide schooling, kindergarten to 3 and 4 year olds. Okay, one of, if not the only nation to not provide that to kindergarten right now. We're also the only first world nation now at this point to not provide paid family and medical leave on a national basis. So we're behind as a first world nation here in a lot of different ways. Okay, we're also the first world nation that pays the most for prescription drug pricing. Okay, we have this famous tweet by Senator Bernie Sanders. This tweet is back from April, and we know that this is such a famous tweet. I have it bookmarked. The cost to manufacture one vial of insulin is around $6. That's what it costs these pharmaceutical companies, and this is what other countries pay. $7. So it costs these companies $6 to manufacture insulin, and they charge other countries such as what is this? United Kingdom and Australia here, Canada, $12, and yet they charge the United States $98 for that. Yeah, and we know that some people in the United States pay $600 now for insulin. Just as an example here, he said, Bernie Sanders here says the American people should not be forced to pay the highest prices on the planet for prescription drugs, pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, and so not only we are one of the, if not the only first world country to not offer paid preschool. Okay, we offer kindergarten through grade 12 as schooling paid for, but we do not offer preschool. You have to go and pay for it. It's thousands of dollars. Okay. And we're the only first world country to not offer paid family and medical leave on a national basis. But in addition to that, we're also the only first world country, or the leading first world country in a bad way, that pays the most amount of money for prescription drug pricing. Those three terrible things there, one, two, three, that this stimulus package would correct or solve or improve on. Okay, so if they're not butchered in the Senate. I mean, we got Senator Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema, dun, 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 that we have to kind of deal with. And we got Senator Bernie Sanders, who's going to kind of try to combat them. Now, we also have the Senate parliamentarian to deal with. Immigration's probably going to be removed by the parliamentarian or be suggested to be removed. We're also going to have Joe Manchin's going to want to potentially remove paid leave, even though we're the only first world country in the country to not offer that on a federal basis. But we'll have to see here. And now remember that anything that gets removed has a price to it, whether it's $50 billion, $100 billion, and anything that gets removed lowers the price tag of the bill. Now, as the price tag of the bill goes down, that leaves room for people like Senator Bernie Sanders, the Senate budget chairman, the person in charge of, largely thought of to be in charge of the stimulus package, the most VIP, the very most important person, to try to negotiate things into the package. Okay. Remember that just a few weeks ago, the lowering the cost of prescription drug pricing and paid family medical leave were not even in the package. They literally just negotiated those in just a few weeks ago. Okay. So if things get removed, things can get added back into the Senate here. So there's going to be a kind of give and take here in the Senate. So if anything gets removed, that leaves room to add things in. They actually can add things in without removing anything as well. They're going to go through a amendment process here in the Senate as well, called the vote-a-rama process in the Senate, where they can add things in actually on the Senate floor as well, or just straight up through the negotiation process. So, and that's kind of the give and take right now in the Senate. And as you've seen from the Senate, almost everybody agrees that the Senate is going to change the bill. Question is, how much are they going to change the bill? What are they going to change the bill? What is going to be added? What is going to be subtracted? As always, I recommend email your senators, tweet your senators on Twitter. On Twitter, you can literally just go and write them a message on Twitter. Just use the @ and their little Twitter handle. You can just Google their Twitter handle. Like you could go Google, what is Bernie Sanders' Twitter name? He actually has two of them. What is Joe Manchin's Twitter name? And you just use the @ symbol. It's like @Senator Bernie Sanders. Example, and you can just write them a message on Twitter. You can call them. You could email them. You could just go to Google and say, what is Bernie Sanders' phone number? And you can just reach his office phone number. And you can call and talk to his aide. You can call and leave him a message. Same with Joe Manchin. You can call him and leave them a message. You can call them and talk to their aides. You can email them. You could tweet them. They're your elected officials. So, these are the people that have been elected by you. These are the people that are working for you. So, and you never know, any of these elected officials might not be working for you again, Democratic or Republican. So that's why I'm kind of here with you guys every day, letting you know what's going on in Washington, D.C., in our country, daily news, letting you know who's voting for this package, who's not voting for this package, what's in this package, and what is going to be in this package afterwards. Once this package is passed, how it's going to work, what's going to be available, rental assistance, mortgage assistance, homeowners assistance, internet assistance, all these different things here. Once they pass this package, we'll be diving through those type of things and letting you see how to apply for some of these things as well. So once they actually pass the package, there's probably going to be several things like that to apply for, and I'll let you guys know as well. And I remember there's going to be another stimulus package after this. This is really kind of part one, 1.75 trillion. There's going to be another part two. President Biden has already confirmed there's going to be another stimulus package after this. So this one's taken a while, but really it's just kind of they just kind of agreed to pass what they agree on now, and then they're going to start working on the other half of it. Okay, and remember that they just had a couple different senators introduce two recent Social Security raise proposals to raise Social Security benefits by several $100s per month just here in the last few weeks. That's in addition to the 5.9% cost of living adjustment. So that's not the cost of living adjustment that was just announced. This would be in addition to that. Okay. We're also going to probably have student loan forgiveness here after this package passes. And there's several different things on the horizon as well. So they kind of want to get this package done. And then we're going to see a lot of other things after this package as well, because I think the Democrats, I'm not choosing sides or anything, but I just think the Democrats are going to want to try to do a lot of things before the midterm elections, which is in November, 1 year from now, actually, 12 months from now, to try to secure their position and rehold the Senate and the House. And of course, the Republicans are going to try to take back the House and the Senate. So, yeah, I'll keep you up to date with everything going on here. All right, so let's get to our last clue of what's in the box. So this is my little kind of giveaway here, just to kind of give back to our community here for Thanksgiving. I'm going to do it again in December as well. For this contest, I'm giving away $1,000 in total. It's called the What's in the Box contest. So I'm giving away $1,000 in total this time around. I'm going to do it again in December as well. We've done this multiple times. Boy, I got a lot of cat hair flying around here today. I've done this multiple times in the past as well, too. If you've been watching the show for a while, you kind of remember a bunch of the items from the past as well. But we've done this a lot in the past before as well. But if you can guess what's in that box correctly, then you'll be entered into the pool of people that have guessed correctly. And from there, we're going to have randomly picked 10 people to win $100 each for a total of $1,000. Okay. All you have to do to guess, or all you have to do to enter, is just leave a comment below. That's it. You can guess right now. You can guess as many times as you want. That's it. Okay. So clue number 10, the final clue here is, clue number 10 is, you may have seen this item before on our show. Okay? You may have seen this item before on our show. So if you've been watching our show here intently like a hawk, you may have seen it before on our show. You've had a keen eye. So that's clue number 10. So if you think you know what it is, comment down below, and I'll probably open that box probably tomorrow and reveal the winners. So don't miss any videos at this point. Make sure to subscribe down below. It's free to do so. Click the bell icon after subscribing to get notifications when we go live. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure to stay tuned, because I'm going to open that box here soon and show you what's in the box, and also reveal the winners. I'm going to show you the winners on screen, the randomly picked comments, and then I will contact the winners who won and arrange to get them the money. And then we're going to do this again in December as well. So yeah, pretty cool. I like doing this contest. Not only is it fun, but I get to give back as well. And we're going to do this again here too. So let me know your thoughts. Feel free to comment down below. And you can click here to watch my newest video next. Click there to watch the newest video next. And click here to see about those stimulus, or about the Social Security raises. There's 2 new bills that want to raise Social Security benefits by hundreds of dollars per month. And that could be coming in the next stimulus package. So there's going to be more coming even after this stimulus package. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.